Malapit na matapos ang taon, nasa kasagsagan na tayo ng Burr months. Ang daming nangyayari, ang dami nating iniisip, sumisikip ang daan. Ang 13th month pay, parang ang tagal-tagal dumating. Presyo ng bilihin tumataas. At sa paglipas ulit ng taon, tatanda na naman tayo lahat. Parang ang labo ng intro ko no? Pero totoo naman Ang gusto ko lang naman iparating, ang buhay ay maikli. At kung mahilig ka sa motor, ang sarap subukan nilang lahat. Kaya ito, may pahabol ng isang manufacturer na nagbigay sa atin ng Raider 150, GSX-R 150 at marami pang iba bago matapos ang taon. Nilabas na nila ang Suzuki Skydrive Sport. Di natin maiwasan mag-isip kung bakit yung dating Skydrive Sport na 125cc ay ngayon 115cc na. Parang, nag-downgrade bang Suzuki? Actually, hindi. These are two completely different bikes. Magkaiba silang motor. Itong bagong scoot na ito ay tinatawag na next to sa ibang bansa. Here in the Philippines, it's called the Skydrive Sport 115. Specs. It's got a 115cc engine. It's air-cooled, single disc at the front, drum brakes at the rear. It's got telescopic forks, a swing arm, it's got a single head overcam. The whole scoot weighs in at 113 kilograms. It is fuel injected, which is good, and it's got a tank capable of carrying 3.6 liters of fuel. In the city, it's just one of them two-wheeled machines that spell out practicality in a crazy metro grind. The Skydrive Sport will get you in between all of them. Easy.
I feel like the front part of the Suzuki Skydrive is heavy. Ang kagandahan sa front heavy, sa gantong kaliit na motor, yung handling niya, mas madiin sa daan yung harap, mas lapat kumbaga. So, hindi siya parang, alam mo yung pakaramdam pag sobrang gaang na yung scooter, parang bisikleta na yung gamit mo. So this one, there's some weight in the front that I feel helps with the handling. So I think that's a good thing.
Alright, so this is the Suzuki Skydrive Sport, as you can see. And mind you, this is not a replacement or a downgrade from the old Skydrive, which is 125. No, actually it's not. This is a completely different bike. This is actually known as the Next in other countries. But in the Philippines, they decided to call it the Skydrive Sport. In its class at 115cc, this is coming up with some really primo styling here. Kumbaga, Suzuki just became aggressive with the styling. Talking about the lines, side view. Makikita mo naman yung linya ng side fairing niya in relation to the headlight and how everything just goes chak. I call that the kachak, right? Kachak. So that's kumbaga geometry and art. Nax. Even here, you'll see everything just going like that, right? Like that, and that's pretty good. It's pretty light. Yung napansin ko rin sa front, I felt that the front is a bit heavy, and I think this aided in the handling kasi this is such a small bike. It's a small scooter, pang urban assault ka nga. And minsan, pag masyado naman magaang yung harap, parang pag maandar ka na, parang hindi ka lapat sa kalye sa harap. So, nakakatuwa because of that heaviness in the front, mas solid ka kasi mas pako ka sa harap. The front weight, by all means, it's not a bad thing. It's something I noticed that is kind of unique with the Suzuki Skydrive Sport. Yung upuan naman niya, medyo lubugin yung foam, especially towards here. I feel that it's a bit more compact. So buti na lang malapad siya para sa wet packs ninyo. Which means it's spread out. Kasi minsan naman, pag sobrang lubugin ka, parang nanunuot sa puwet mo, diba? So, okay rin naman siya. So, sa mga nagbabalak mag-shave pa nito, huwag nyo nang gawin yon. Okay na yan. Tama naman yung lapad This is how the Skydrive sounds. Yeah, it is quiet as scooters go. Plastics wise, if you take a closer look, it is hard where it's supposed to be hard, like in this area. Tapos pagdating naman sa mga panels, importante to. I always say this, the kind of plastic you use, hindi naman to patigasan eh. Actually, those that can really, yeah, there, see it's moving. Yan yung mga magagandang klaseng plastic that's flexible. So when you crash, diba, hindi siya takaw basag. You also got some space over here. It's pretty much identical. One is not deeper than the other, but it is not too deep that you gotta really get into it. That's my hand. So it's that deep. What is that? That is about 4 or 5 inches. Clearly here, you can see that the design cues, remember the GSX-R 150, yung review natin noon, all the way to the superbike that they have, the GSX-R 1000R, we also reviewed that noon. Yung styling cues niya dun talaga nanggaling. It's evident in the scooter. If you check the internet, maraming kulay actually ito. And what they recently put out is this color. It's magenta, basically. I wouldn't call it straight pink kasi ang pink, at least sa mata ko, it's a bit more creamy. Itong klaseng color na to is a bit on the metallic pink, the darker hues, with a bit of red. So hence, magenta yung tawag niyan. At sobrang tingkad nito sa kalye, and I think bright colors like this can actually save lives. Okay, the gauge right now, pretty nondescript, straight up. A challenge for Suzuki would be sa upcoming models nila pag nag-all digital na rin sila. Eh lahat naman papunta na rin dun eh. But this is still not bad. Super basic. You got your odometer and your fuel gauge meter. Nothing else. You turn it on, you got a check engine, which I think is a good thing. And of course, your signal lights, like so, and your brights. So very straight up, the basic info is right there. Closely at design, I also appreciate that they put some effort dun sa design na kanilang mga gauge. Hindi lang siya parang, alam mo yun lang. Nilagyan pa rin nila ng design. They mixed in yellow, a bunch of gray, and some graphics. I think that's okay also. Now, let's take a look at the compartment. In terms of space, as you can see, there's really not much there. You can fit, like, you know, a little kitten over there. Baon sandwich. You can also squeeze in your rain gear. You can also fit that there. Of course, the tools are over here. Tangke, ang gusto ko rin na ginawa nila dito, they put a plastic cover to protect this from this, which is, for me, takaw kayod, kumbaga. If you check, it's just hitting the plastic. I think nabanggit ko rin before, pag rekta kasi itong plastic na to the tank, kumakain din sa paint eh. So, yeah, it's good. Manufacturers are doing this now. They're putting some sort of protection between the seat and the tank. So, okay din siya. So, I unscrewed it already so that I can show you really quick. That's where you put the battery and you screw it over there. It's pretty small and compact. So in terms of space, and as I've showed you when I was going around in traffic, it is very, very generous. Kasi, alam mo naman, you know, medyo mahaba tayong tao. I am 6 feet. And I have a lot of room here. See, even if I try to move forward, kunyari meron tayong angkas, I still have room. Okay eh. So, sometimes, even if you have smaller space here, mas malaki naman legroom mo, may ganong klaseng kompromiso, di ba?
For its grunt, its 115cc engine will give you linear power. With my body weight, it gave what it promised. Nothing more, nothing less. Up to spec, ika nga. Fuel consumption. I didn't do tipid mode. I went for wall mode. Open throttle when I could, stop and go traffic, and going uphill. Impressively, this little scoot still was able to give me 50.864 kpl. Tipid. The lighter you are and the more careful you are with the throttle, then the better your consumption and efficiency will be. Truly, this is where we see the development of technology. Totoong patipid ng patipid mga motor ngayon.
Ayos ba? Kalalabas lang eh.
Ano price niya, sir?
Magandang tanong yan. Hindi ko alam. Bakit naman?
Ay, malaki. Malaki? Oo. Ang liliit ka dyan, sige ka. 9.2.
Height mo 9.2?
9.2.
Ah, gets ko na 9.2 na into. 9.2 yung height mo.
9.2.
Suzuki Skydrive Sport. Rear brakes first. Okay, that's like locking really hard there. Let's try it again. Okay, so that's the rear. Let's go for the front now. Okay, nice. The front brakes, it's fine. Okay, good. So we're gonna try the rear again. Has a tendency to lock. Let's try the rear again. So that's a pretty long skid right there. I don't know if you see that line. So if you use both though, you're fine. Okay, see? Let's try both. So even with both brakes, the rear still tends to lock, but it's being augmented by the stopping power of the front. So again, both brakes will always be better. I mean, Suzuki designed it that way. Use both. Some say that small bikes or lighter bikes don't really need ABS because it's not that heavy and you can stop in your own skate. But I've done a lot of, you know, riding and testing and all these things, and even small scooters can tend to lock. So one day I really hope that the manufacturers will really incorporate ABS as standard in all of their bikes. Of course, cost-wise, hindi mura kasing ABS eh. Tataas talaga yung presyo. Pero I hope economy-wise it will be better for the manufacturers, so they can figure out a way to give these bikes some ABS at the same time, give you know, good value and make it still affordable.
Handling, I guess because of my weight at 170 pounds, this added more mass to ground force for the scoot on top of the slightly heavier front end. And I found this very helpful as opposed to parang yung mga parang sobrang gang na parang bisikleta na. Ito may konting palag and I found this good. All of this in a comfortable upright riding position. As I said in the beginning, maikli ang buhay. Masarap silang subukan lahat. At kung may titikman kang motor na tipid, maliksi at maporma, pasok na sa panlasang hinahanap mo. The Suzuki Skydrive Sport.
Ganda, no? Pare, sinakyan to ni Liza sa Verano. Hindi nga, inangkas nga namin eh. Pinilit kami ng Suzuki. Ayoko nga eh, pero pilitan kami. Hindi nga,